in New Jersey for the first few years and then moved out to Orange County and in the Los Angeles area where I spent about 9 years there. For college, I went to the University of Southern California where I majored in finance. Work-wise, I've been in the asset management industry pretty much my entire career, specifically working in the equity markets. I started working for a quant fund called Dimensional Fund Advisors in LA. I did a short stint at a financial advisory company called IMAPCTED Capital. And then I moved to Schroders in Jakarta, which is a global asset management company where I've been working for almost 9 years as an equity analyst and a portfolio manager. Well, Resource Global has definitely taught me a lot about how to integrate faith and work. And it's not just knowing the concepts, but to really think about how to go about doing that and how to be very intentional about it. I think a lot of times we treat faith and work as two separate things. So we excel and move up in our careers, we build successful businesses, and then there's also another part where we do ministry in church and contribute financially. But I think as Christians we're called to live for His glory through every single thing that we do. And Research Global, I also learned to be aware that work is an act of honoring God. And that whatever work we do, it is an expression of our relationship with God and is a way of pointing people to Christ. So knowing this really changes my attitude towards work and towards the people that I work with. And I think a quote by Francis Chan and highlighted by one of the speakers that we met at the conference brings home this concept perfectly. And that is to love God and to use things to love people. Not to use people to get things. So there's really nothing, self-serving about work, but it is trying to figure out how can I be serving to others with my work. And so in my field, it's not about being the largest asset manager, getting the most AUM, and how to beat everyone else in the game, but it's about being a good steward of the money that God has entrusted me to manage. I think just being a part of a group of people who wants to be intentional in their work has really impacted the way that I view things. It's really inspiring to meet people who really live out their faith, who chooses to do things that are unconventional, and who chooses to serve others even at the cost of their own comfort. I'm also really happy to know that with Research Global we have a global network of people with the same purpose, the same heart, and who are there to just support each other, even though our vocations are very different. So for example, I'm now in a transition to move from Jakarta to Sydney, Australia in about a week's time, and Tommy has actually already connected me to a few people there even before I get there. And a really cool experience was also getting to meet with a mentor like Bob Dahl, who is really successful and one of the leaders in the equity markets, yet he always puts Jesus first and is so committed to his ministry. And finally, I also found a really great life coach, Kevin Yuan from Mariners Church in Orange County, who I've definitely gotten a lot of guidance from. Investment management as one of the ways of serving society. Simply put, it enables people and institutions to grow their wealth and meet their financial needs. So we have to be good stewards of people's money and savings. How we invest matters. And as I mentioned earlier, the point is not being the largest or beating everyone in the game. It's definitely not about manipulating the market or getting into the latest trends. But it is about managing risk, being skillful and disciplined in our investment strategies, and also investing in the right businesses. And I haven't figured all this out yet, but the second thing would be in the area of giving. The capital markets is all about making the most profits and about how much returns can I make from my investments. But with those returns, I think it would be great if we can have more platforms in Indonesia where investment returns can be channeled to charitable organizations. There are a lot of these in the United States and other developed countries, but I find this to be really lacking in Indonesia. And on a personal level, it is about dedicating a portion of the returns that I make on my investments to charitable causes as well. And thirdly, is through financial literacy. How do I help to increase financial literacy in Indonesia or anywhere else for that matter, and educate people on the power of investing and the concept of compounding. It can be as simple as mentoring those around me and sharing the knowledge that I have. But even more powerful is, I think, we can leverage on technology and digital platforms to tap the more unreached areas. So my company that I work with and other organizations have begun this process, and I think in time we'll be able to see the positive impact.